Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie and today I'm here for Musicathon Day 3, and today's video is going to be a book haul. It has been a while since I last did a book haul. I think the last time I did one was back in January, so it's been about 5 or almost 6 months actually since I last uploaded one. But during that time I was on a book buying ban for 2 months, and then I broke that and just went crazy with the amount of books I was buying. And in total I have a total of 8 books to talk about today, so without further ado I'm going to jump right in. The first book I have to talk about today is Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi. You guys might have seen this floating around BookTube at the beginning of April and like the end of March as the bigger booktubers were doing paid promotions for this. This is YA borderline new adult contemporary. It follows 2 characters, Penny and Sam, and they are living very different lives. Penny is going to the University of Texas in Austin to become a writer, whereas Sam is not in the best place. He is pretty much homeless and living on an air mattress in the cafe that he works in. His girlfriend broke up with him, is now rumored to be expecting a baby. And these two meet in like a very awkward way and exchange numbers and become each other's emergency contact. For me, I read this in April as it was the Peruse Utopia book club for the month of April, and I didn't like it. It was not for me. New adult and YA contemporary normally isn't my thing anyways, but I figured I would give it a try. It just was not for me. I had a bunch of problems with it. So I do really love this cover. I do love the rose gold font on it, so that's kind of the main reason why I'm keeping it for now. The next book I have to talk about is also one I have read, and that is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I did have an edition of Outlander before, but it was a mass market paperback edition, and I unhauled it a couple of months ago. So I bought myself a new floppy paperback edition, so it's much easier to read. I read this last year and loved it. It was like one of my favorite books of 2017 when I read it. This is adult historical fiction that follows a main character, Claire, who is just finished being a nurse in World War II. And she is on a second honeymoon with her husband in Scotland, and she is whisked back in time to 1745 Scotland, where she meets a young lad named Jamie Fraser, and they fall in love. It is one book that a lot of people have a very differing opinions on. For me, I really liked it, but I do understand the problems that people have with this series, as it does contain a lot of sexual violence towards women and rape. So just be warned going into it, but I thoroughly enjoyed it and I cannot wait to continue on with this. The next book I have to talk about is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This is the US hardcover version of it. I do own a copy of Throne of Glass already, but it is the UK paperback editions. And the rest of my series actually is in the US hardcover, so I got the first book to match. This is one of my favorite series of all time. It follows our main character, Selena, who is an assassin, and at the beginning of this first book she is in prison for events that happened in the novella collection, and the only way she can be freed is if she enters this competition, kind of Hunger Games style, to become the king's main assassin. Again, I really love this series. Again, this is another one a lot of people have very differing opinions on, but I happen to really enjoy it. The 7th and final book comes out later this year, and I am really excited to reread this in the upcoming months leading up to the newest book being released, so that is that. The next one was actually given to me as a gift by my neighbor back in January. I completely forgot to haul it in my January book haul, but that is Three Sisters by Susan Mallory. This is a Blackberry Island novel. This is adult, I would say rom-com, and it follows 3 sisters and they live off the coast of Boston, and that's kind of all I know. I am very interested in this book, but I don't know if I would really enjoy it, as rom-com isn't really my style, but I am willing to give it a try. So if you guys have any opinions on this book, let me know in the comments down below. The next one is an ARC that I got from the publisher, and that is called Brightly Burning by Alexa Doan. I have also read this already. I read it in April. This came out on May 1st, and it was sent to me for review by HMH Teen. And this is a YA science fiction retelling of Jane Eyre. Now, I wasn't the biggest fan of the original Jane Eyre story, but I really enjoyed this retelling. It stuck to the original story very well, but it also had its own twist on it. And Alexa Doan is actually a booktuber, so I'm going to link her channel down below. This is, best way I can describe it is Guardians of the Galaxy and Star Wars meets Jane Eyre. So If that sounds interesting to you guys, I would definitely recommend picking it. The next one was sent to me for a review from the author, and that is Champions Rising by S.F. Claymore. This is one that is new adult, high fantasy, and it follows a prince who I believe might be a rebel, and he is on the run, and that's kind of all I know. But I know it has a very nice cover, and on the back has a Pegasus. And when the author contacted me, I did read through the synopsis, kind of getting a basic idea of what it's about, and it sounded interesting to me. So I am really looking forward to reading this. It is on my TBR for May, so hopefully I'll get to it by the end of the month. The next book is the last review book, and that is another arc, and this is called The Fifth to Die by J.D. Barker, and this was also sent to me for review unsolicited by HMH. So thank you once again to HMH for working with me for this book. This is a adult psychological thriller. It takes place in a small town where pretty much we follow a police officer who is trying to hunt down this serial killer before he strikes again, and this serial killer in particular is using the method of the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil kind of thing, and he, again, this young police officer we're following is trying to figure out who this guy is before he strikes again. This is actually the second book in the series. I am currently reading the first book right now and really enjoying it. So this one comes out on July 10th, and I look forward to reading it in the upcoming. And the last book I have for this book haul is a pre-order. It was one of my most anticipated releases of this year, and if you guys have seen my past couple of reading vlogs, you might already know what this is, but that is The Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. This is the novella to the ACOTAR series. If you guys don't know, if you're new to my channel, first of all, welcome, and I am like the biggest ACOTAR fangirl you will probably ever meet. I love ACOTAR. And this is the novella, and I have read this already, and I liked it. It wasn't my favorite thing in the series, but it was still good. This is a new adult high fantasy series. In the first book, we follow our main character, Feyre, who is out hunting one day when she kills a wolf, and she thinks nothing of this wolf. She thinks it's just a normal wolf. But later on that day, a mysterious figure shows up on her doorstep, and it is a fae, and claims that the wolf she had actually killed was a fae, and now she has to go to the Faelands and pay for her crimes. So this series, again, has a lot of differing opinions about it. You either love it or hate it. Personally, it's one of my favorite series of all time. I freaking love it, and this novella, while it was, again, not the best thing in the world, it was pretty good, so I cannot wait for the next book to come out sometime. And that is everything I have for this book haul, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give a big thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. Normally I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but since it is Music-a-thon this week, I will be posting every single day up until the 27th. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys recently hauled, as I would love to know. And as always, all my social media links are linked down below in the description box for you guys if you'd like to follow me on any of those. And with all that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you soon for another video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye!